Okay, let's take a look at the Moodle page for this course and go into the Concourse syllabus system and take a look at that. This is what the Moodle page looks like for the online section of Geology 131 for winter 2025. And it's got different course components stored in different sections. The syllabus, lab guide, and welcome letter are here. We'll be looking at the syllabus in a moment. The lab guide is for students. That explains how the labs work in this course. If your course doesn't have a lab, obviously you won't have this. The welcome letter is simply the text of the welcome email that you send to your students at the beginning of the semester. You just copy that into a Word document or a PDF and post it here. This would be a good time to show the edit mode because the welcome letter may be different next for winter semester than it was for fall. So I may need to replace this because recall this welcome letter file was imported from a fall 2024 Moodle course. So the welcome letter may well change, and I'll need to replace it, and here's how I would do that. Up here in the upper right, there's a little slider called Edit Mode. I'll click on that, and now we're in Edit Mode. We can add and remove sections, add and remove files, and so forth. You probably won't need to use this very much at all during this semester, but in case you do, here's how it works. For the welcome letter, if I want to replace that, I would click on Edit Settings. And here is the settings dialog for the welcome letter file. The actual file itself, the Word document, is stored right here. And if I want to remove it, I just click. That brings up this dialog box, and I'll click on Delete, Confirm, and it's gone. And once I've got my new version drafted, I can just drag and drop it right here. It'll upload, and then I would hit Save and Return to Course. And that's not going to let me do that because I actually have to have a file in here for it to work. So I'll quickly find a file that I can use. We'll just use this one just for kicks. Save and return to course. And there we go. It's still called welcome letter even though it's a different file because I didn't change the name in that dialog box. But in any event, that's how you delete and replace files. It's pretty straightforward. And I'll come out of edit mode like so. The rest of this particular courses page is labs, because in the online geology course all of the lab activities are posted here on Moodle. There's a couple of sections for exam information. Now these are not the actual exams. Those are posted on Mastering Geology, which we'll look at in a different video. The information is just what it says. It's just basic info about the exam, what chapters it covers, notes about it, and then there's a PowerPoint file called Unit Review that students can use to review for the exam. So nothing the instructor really needs to do in here. It's just for student information. And there's a little extra credit down here if students want to take advantage of that. That's a couple of videos that students can watch and earn some points. In any event, let's take a look at the syllabus. We're going to click on syllabus. This is going to open the HFC Concourse syllabus system. And in this system, standard templates are stored on the college servers for all of the syllabi for all of our courses. So when I first click on that link on the Moodle page, this is what comes up. This is the current version of the template for the syllabus for Geology 131. And it's already pre-filled all of the information for this particular section up here at the top. It's got the correct section number and semester and so forth. As you scroll through, you'll notice some red text. It's only the areas that have red text that you'll need to do any editing when you're preparing this, when you're customizing the syllabus for your course. So if we scroll through, you'll see there isn't very much red text. Most of this is boilerplate that's standard across all sections, so we just keep it the same. And then all the way down to the bottom, there's the end of the syllabus. Okay, so we can do a quick edit just as a demonstration. If we want to edit this lecture section here, I'll go up to this drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner and click on Edit. And we get this sidebar that has editing options for the various sections of the syllabus. For the lecture box, we can click on the little yellow pencil icon that allows us to edit that specific section. And here's the dialog box. In the when box, note whether course is asynchronous, live without the drive, or on campus. Live without the drive basically just means it's a 100% online course, but it's completely synchronous. In other words, there are scheduled lecture and lab times and so forth. This course is asynchronous, so I'll just copy and paste asynchronous up there. And in the location box, I'm going to note the two learning platforms that this course uses, which are Moodle and Mastering Geology. You'll enter whatever platforms are appropriate for your course. And then I can delete this red text because I don't want that showing up in the student version. And then I click Save, and there we go. It's all ready to go. I'll do the same thing for all of the other places in the syllabus where there are red text. Most of it is pretty obvious what's supposed to go in there. For missed assessments, whatever your policy for late or missed work should go here. It can be whatever you decide, just make sure it's as unambiguous as possible so the students know what the rules are. Schedule. Schedule for a completely online course, we can just leave this pretty much as is, except indicate that the students can find the labs online and their due dates on the appropriate platform. So for Geology 131.99, I would just put something like the labs can be found on Moodle, and the due dates can also be found on Moodle. Attendance policy. Henry Ford has a never attended date. That's a date that's usually 2 weeks into the semester. By that date, all students need to have submitted at least one assignment on the mastering platform, or else they get marked never attended or flagged never attended. And the consequences of being flagged never attended are all listed right here. Student can no longer participate in the course, they don't receive credit for it, etc. It can impact their financial aid. Basically, you don't want any of your students to have to be marked never attended. That's something that you should avoid if at all possible. The never attended date for any given semester is always published in an email from the registration office to all instructors. So that will be available. It's very important during that first week or two of the semester to constantly remind your students about the NA date. Every couple of days, send them an email saying, hey, the NA date is coming up. Please make sure you've submitted an assignment. And if it's getting close to the NA date and you've still got any students who have not submitted the assignment, you'll want to send them individual emails to remind them to do it and reminding them of what the consequences are of an NA flag. Add drops, withdrawals, instructor drops, and incompletes. The add drop date is the last day a student can withdraw themselves from a course and not receive any notation on their transcript. That's usually very close to the beginning of the semester. The last day to withdraw is similar, but there is a difference. That's the last day that a student can withdraw themselves from the course, but they'll receive a W notation on their transcript. So if they drop the course after the add drop date, but before the last day to withdraw, they will get a W on their transcript, and they will not receive a tuition refund. That's another important point. If they drop the course before the add drop date, they do receive a refund on their tuition. But if it's after add drop, then they do not. If a student wants to drop the course after the last day to withdraw, then they need their instructor's permission, and the instructor needs to give them a DR grade at the end of the semester. The policy in this course for DRs is that they're given only in extremely rare circumstances. I think I've maybe given 1 or 2 DRs in my entire teaching career. So usually the reason students ask for drops from the instructor after the last day to withdraw is because they're failing and they don't want to get a failing grade or something like that. That's not a good reason to give a DR grade. The only time I've ever given drop grades was, I think, a student was in the military and he got deployed unexpectedly overseas, and so he was not able to finish the course, and it was after the last day to withdraw. So I did give that student a DR. That was a long time ago. Incompletes. Those are I grades. Those allow a student to finish the coursework in a subsequent semester, but there are very specific circumstances for those. Those are all explained right here. And then academic integrity. That's your policy on academic dishonesty. My policy that I typically use is shown here in bold red text. You can use that, or you can enter your own. That's up to you. The rest of this is boilerplate that doesn't change. The only other item towards the bottom of the syllabus is right here, course syllabus receipt instructions. A course syllabus receipt is simply something that the student signs and turns in to acknowledge they've read the syllabus. I don't require this, so I would enter text here that says this is not required. If you want to require one, you can, but just make sure you specify how you want it submitted, since if you're teaching an online course. And that's it. Once you're done editing, go back up here and go back to view, and all of your changes should be reflected. All of the red text will be gone because you'll delete that when you do your editing. And if you want to download a copy, you just click on download and save it to wherever you want. The students will automatically see all of your updated edits when they click on the syllabus on the Moodle page. There's nothing special you need to do to publish it or anything like that. It's already automatically saved into your Moodle course. So we're going to close that and go back to the Moodle page. And that's it. That's how you find and edit the syllabus.